So I'm here for Neutrogena for the Watson's Protect Yourself campaign. Nag-guest ako para to talk about my skincare routine because as you know, there's a skincare routine fad that's going on in the Philippines. But I don't think it should be called a fad because it's a necessity for every type of person, whether you're a man or a woman or you're a teenager, you're a working mom or kung ano man yun. So I talked about that and I talked about the products from Neutrogena that I love. Ayun.
What do you love about Neutrogena?
I think what I love about it kasi, you know, I think when you look for a cleanser, sometimes you have to consider the type, no, not sometimes, most of the time, all of the time, you have to consider the type of skin that you have. For me, I have sensitive, oily skin, but at the same time, I put on makeup every day for work. So I need something that could totally take out all the dirt, all the makeup, but at the same time would be gentle to my skin. So I love the Neutrogena Deep Clean Foaming Cleanser because it does both that. It's made out of 1/3 glycerin, so that means that it actually cleans out and takes out all the dirt, but at the same time, yung moisture nakikip. Kasi minsan, diba, parang pag naglinis ka ng mukha, tapos nakaka-dry ng skin, parang feel mo magka-crack yung face mo after you clean it. So this one doesn't do that.
Paano mo na-discover yung product?
Oh, my mom uses it. Yeah, so my mom uses it already when I was growing up. Even yung rain shower ng Neutrogena, yung sa body wash also, my mom used to, I love that. My mom used to have that in the house all the time. So that's how I kind of saw it. And also, even before this packaging came out, because this is a new packaging, right? Before this new packaging came out, my mom always had this product in the house na. So I've tried it, and even when I was a teenager, ito yung pinapatry sa akin ni mama kasi nga alam niya na it's gentle on your skin. I think it's one of the most important decisions that we can make, especially if you are a working person like myself, diba? Kasi laging sasabihin for skincare, kailangan maraming tulog or kailangan nakakapagpahinga, pero minsan wala ka talagang tulog, diba? Wala kang pahinga. So you need products that can actually kind of mimic that effect on your skin. So if you don't have 8 hours of sleep, if you don't get to drink as much water, or if the weather really is humid and hot in the Philippines, kailangan mo ng produkto that could mimic that kind of optimal season for you. And I think that's why I love great products like this Neutrogena product, these Neutrogena products that I use, because it mimics that for you. And also, what I notice it's something that's passed on in my family. My mom uses it na, and I know that it works for her. I've tried it when I was a teenager, and now it also works for me. I'm a working woman, so I think it's very important. Alam ko sinabi, tinanong niyo lang bakit important. It's important.
This one's a cleanser, diba? Aside from a cleanser, ano ba yung mga must-have ng tulad mo?
Ako, for me, just this cleanser, I used to also be, I guess, focused on the toner, but because of this deep clean one, it actually does that already. So it takes out all the dirt, right? So the next thing that you have to do is to moisturize and protect. So for the moisturization, I use a Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel Moisturizer, which is gel-based, so it's oil-free and it's alcohol-free also. And I can use it as a moisturizer, but it can also be used as a makeup base for your skin. Yeah.
So kaya naman, Joyce, paano mo naman ikaw ka-advance yung some women kasi hindi na kailangan ng kasi wala naman silang time, masyadong mga gastos, how would you convince them?
I think, you know, if you can just try it first before you say no to it, that's always a thing that I would tell people, whether it's with traveling or having new adventures, trying new food, diba? You can't just say no, kasi hindi mo pa natatry eh. But when it comes to everyone ages, right? Everyone will eventually, we will have wrinkles, we will have lines on our face, we will have hindi na ganun kasapol yung skin natin. But one thing that you can do to not reach that too fast is to prevent and to protect yourself. And I would suggest for those people who feel like wala silang time or magastos to just try one product first. Like for me, I tried the Neutrogena Deep Clean Foaming Cleanser first. Tapos nung nagustuhan ko siya, tsaka ko inad yung meron silang variant for acne prevention. Tapos meron silang variant for energizing your skin, and then another variant for brightening. Tapos nung nakita ko yun, I would switch it up na. Like for normal days, I have the foaming cleanser, and then when I'm about to have my period, when you're about to, di ba yung skin mo, yung hormones mo, iba na, biglang gagamitin mo naman yung acne prevention. So, doon na unti-unti lang, parang don't feel pressured to get everything all at once, but then try the product if it works for you and you love it, and then add to it. But then get the moisturizer, then get the sunscreen. And I think through that, hindi ka din mag-hoard ng different products kasi hindi pala nag-work sa'yo. Diba? I don't want people naman to do that. I want to make sure that it works for them, which it will talaga because it's for all skin types. Yeah.
Can you share your whole skincare routine?
I used to do like the whole shebang, yung mga 10 to 12 steps. Pero ngayon, ito na lang talaga, cleaning, moisturizing, and protection. So I clean my face morning and evening. I would actually do yung acne prevention sa gabi kasi mas nagme-makeup ako throughout the day, diba? So yung normal lang na brightening sa umaga and then acne prevention sa gabi para lang to make sure that all the oil and makeup is out. And then I do the moisturizer. So the Hydro Boost Water Gel Moisturizer is very good for you. And then after I put on the moisturizer, sa umaga, maglalagay pa ako ng sunscreen. So, you put sunscreen, UVA and UVB rays are everywhere. Kahit na gloomy yung weather, you really have to protect your skin. So, you put on the moisturizer, you put on the sunscreen, but at night, it's just the moisturizer. When I can, I sometimes use micellar water to clean my face or yung mga ganung oil-based cleanser. But my skin kasi is very sensitive, so sometimes, pag hindi niya kilala yung produkto, biglang, magbe-breakout na ako bigla. So, there. And drink lots of water, eat fruits, not yung mataas na sugar na fruits like watermelon is good for you, yung mga ganon. And be happy. Because I think everything that we've talked about here, it's the product, right? It's your routine, but a lot of people don't really talk about how important it is that your inner being is really good, like you're happy, you're joyful, you're loving, you're positive towards other people and yourself, because that really will eventually define your outlook and your look, your outer look. Kasi sometimes, isipin natin, hindi, kailangan ito yung products, ito yung suot mo, ito yung ganyan-ganyan. Those are important, yes, but the most important thing is to take care of your heart and how you love people. So,
yeah. So in terms of like the protect, ganyan, for you, what's your major skin problem?
Ako blackheads and sometimes acne. Tapos yung acne ko, nakakaasar siya kasi hindi siya madami, pero isang malaki. Yung gano'n, yung hindi mo talaga matatago. Kasi minsan merong maliliit na pimple, di ba? And then you can conceal it. Mine is like a zit, girl. As in like, hello, there's a human being living inside there somewhere. And that's what happens to me. And it usually happens a week before I get my period. So, that's why I say that you have to listen to your skin. And that's one of the best advice that my makeup artist, Miss Jella Laurel, told me. That you really have to think about, listen to your skin. Kasi depende. Minsan yung problem ng skin ko, it's super dry. So, doon mag-focus ako sa moisturizing. Minsan naman yung problem ng skin mo, sobrang nagbe-breakout ka. So, then you have to, I guess, change up your cleaning strategies talaga. So, for me, it's blackheads and acne. And, yeah, prevention talaga is key. Because before, ang ginagawa ko, hinihintay ko magka-pimple ako bago ako maghanap ng way to cure it. Like, you know, whatever, yung mga pimple creams, ganyan. But, when you can, kasi meron din mga instances na hindi mo talaga siya prevent, diba? When you can, try to prevent talaga all of these things from happening. And blackheads, nangyayari yan kasi hindi mo nalilinis ng maayos yung skin mo, diba? Nagka-clog yung pores mo. So, there.
With the weather changing, did you do anything specific to adjust your skincare also?
Yeah, I changed my... Sometimes kasi parang pag summer, mas focus ka sa moisturizing and then sunscreen talaga. As in, parang pag napawisan ako or whatever, kailangan reapply ka ng reapply, diba? Ngayon, nagsa-sunscreen pa rin ako, but not as, I guess, what's the term? Hindi ganun ka-focused sa sunscreen protection. And then also, I change it up depende sa how my skin looks. Pag tag-ulan, medyo dull yung itsura ng skin ko. So, I opt for something that's brightening, like the Neutrogena Deep Clean Brightening one. And then, pag hindi naman, like if it's summer, mas prone ako sa acne, I use the acne variant naman. So, I think those are just the adjustments. But our skin kasi responds to weather differently than other people. So, listen to your skin lang talaga.
So how do you convince people to still wear sunscreen? Because you mentioned kanina how important it is. And how do you like the Neutrogena sunscreen?
Girl, most of the wrinkles and the lines on your face is because of sun. If the sun, diba? Yung most damage that will happen on your skin is the sun. As in, diba si Hugh Jackman ba to? Yung nagkaroon siya ng skin patch, skin tag siya, skin cancer or something in Australia. And he talks about like how important sunscreen is even on gloomy days, right? So I love their sunscreens also kasi I do triathlon. So yung spray nila na sunscreen, I really like that also. If you can use that. And I like the fact that all of their products are not greasy. So when you try it on, it's not greasy. Mainit sa Pilipinas, diba? So you need something that is comfortable for you to wear. And I would try to convince you by saying that prevention is always better than cure. So you prevent all of these skin damage, the breakage, the acne, the dirt, pollution. You prevent all of this from affecting your skin instead of looking for a cure to actually take out all of these blemishes. So that's why. Protect yourself!
Joyce, nakilala kita before may pagka-boyish, rock star. So paano yung naging process ng transition mo? Gano'ng kadali? Or naging mahirap ba yung ngayon sobrang girly-girly ka na ngayon?
Alam mo, I think I'm still the same. It just depends on where I'm being called at. With my work kasi, as a host, I'm presented in front of people, usually TV, diba? So lagi ako naka-gown or ganito, ayos na ayos ako palagi. Pero on a normal day, I'm still the 18-year-old Joyce that you met. I still wear rock shirts and, you know, shredded pants and my sneakers all the time. And I feel like it really is all about just be professional. If the work demands for me to be in a girly outfit or in an evening gown, I focus on that. But then on my own time, if I want to wear something that's a bit more relaxed and who I am, hindi ko naman sasabi na hindi ako yung naka-evening gown. I do that also. So I think it's finding something that's professional but still is authentic and true to who you are. Because you want to be able to be professional enough to wear the clothes that people expect you to, but then authentic enough to yourself to wear clothes that you're still comfortable with. Kasi sabihin natin, ito yung dapat mong suotin, pero hindi ka naman komportable doon, di ba? You have to adjust in between. The transition for me wasn't so difficult because I had amazing people to work with. My stylist now, Dana Vernice, is my best friend, one of my best friends from college. So, talagang nagkataon lang na pare-parehas kami dito napunta sa industry na to. So, kabisado niya yung style ko rin talaga. So, ayun, hindi naman nahirap.
Joyce, you're a very busy person.
Di naman.
Very busy. Pero I'm wondering kung meron ka pa ba nung tinatawag na me time? And if you have the time, ano yung usual na ginagawa mo?
Ang me time ko talaga, yung skin routine ko. Kasi syempre, di ba, pag babae ka, parang pagkatapos na mag-shower, parang, oh my gulay, I have umati ka bang 5 minutes to be on my own. And so I do my skin routine. But I keep my Sundays free. I usually don't do work on Sundays because I spend time with my family and I go to church. And then I also use that time to read because I love reading books, but usually I don't have time to do that anymore. I also, I guess, take advantage of traffic. I know that a lot of people don't have the luxury of having a driver, di ba, or may kotse. Minsan talaga magko-commute ka. So ako, mahilig ako mag-audiobook. So ikaw kung commuter ka or like kang stuck in traffic, it's nice that you're constantly educating yourself by listening to audiobooks, whether that's fiction where you're just telling yourself new stories, or if it's non-fiction, yung mga self-help book na yan, di ba, na napapakinggan mo, so that meron ka pa rin me time kahit na nagta-transition ka, because it's always about maximizing the same 24 hours that we're given. When you look at yung mga taong sobrang successful, di ba, parehas na naman tayo ng mga oras, parehas tayong 24 hours, but parehas tayong 7 days in a week, but how you look at their lives, at paano ba nila na ma-maximize itong mga oras na to? So, kailangan mong kumuha ng mga life hacks katulad nun, di ba? So, that's my good time. Hindi ko sinabi. I-accept ko na yung sagot ko, promise.
Anong pinagkakamalan mo ngayon aside sa promoting ng Neutrogena?
Well, I have my daily morning show pa rin, Unang Hirit, and then my daily digital, hindi na siya digital! It's my daily newscast called Stand for Truth. Dati siyang digital, but now it's on GMA News TV, and it's with Ato Marauyo and Richard Hidarian. I host Unang Hirit every day. I have Kapus Artist ng Bayan every Thursdays on GMA also, and then in between that, I have my podcast called Adulting with Joyce Pring, and also my YouTube called Make the Right Choice. So, I have that, and then I I write also on joycepring.com. So if you want to see the show notes of the podcast that I write, record, and produce on my own, you can see it there. Wala naman siya. Uy, and I have a single out, Kuya Jeman. Yeah. Baka Sakali is a song that I wrote and produced with Rico Blanco. It's out already on Spotify. It currently has 250,000 streams on Spotify. And the music video is about to be released na. Thank you. So if you guys wanna check it out, yeah, it's there. It'll be out.